Jump in.
Look at that. This is it.
Wow.
Wow. I like it.
Actually,
It's
really perfect,
Lift
really.
and over. So it sits behind the carpet so that it doesn't slide out on its own.
Yeah.
Now this is just a cover. You'll want to put your own on probably, because this is not a particularly nice cover.
Yeah.
But it's just to keep the mattress clean.
Yep.
And then you've got your 2 pieces of wood underneath the bed there.
Yes.
So that one slides in here and gives you a table.
Yeah.
And that one will fill the gap.
Yep.
We just put a little slit down there and that allows airflow and it stops your mattress from getting mouldy. And then you got your fridge there as well, which isn't plugged in or anything because we haven't got anything for it too.
Yeah.
And it is quite a tight squeeze. Just pull it out a little bit further. Oh no, it does come out fully, but just put it all the way to the wall, and then that lifts up.
And there is this one is the.
That's all the power cables.
Yeah. Okay. Look at that.
And then you get your toilet. Now that lifts up from the back. You get your hand in the back. Oh no, on the
This
top.
one? Here?
If you need to use it. So that one lifts out and this one lifts out. You got another drawer there.
No drawer, that's good.
Drawer. Now because
Perfect.
you've got 2 doors,
Yep.
what I
Yeah.
did was I left that as one big open space so that you can put chairs and tables and all sorts of stuff.
All right.
There's not a
Yeah.
drawer on that side. Because I thought you've just been limited, so you've just got this big open space.
Nice.
Huge big space to put your tables and chairs.
It's nice.
Yeah.
That's the back of the. Come here.
It's really good. It's fine. Don't worry.
And then you've got your tanks in there. So you got 2 waste and 1 fresh.
Wow.
I'll show you how they work in a second.
Yeah.
Because you've got this huge space underneath here.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
what we did was we just put some cutouts in there,
Yeah.
so you can actually
Yeah,
store
can-
things
can-
under there. There's a
can-
small one on this side,
Thank you.
and then there's a much bigger one on this side.
That's one thing that I wanted to, tell you, but I forgot. you
Yeah,
know?
no, it's okay. I'm just gonna
Because this is a big one.
yeah, it's a huge space.
Yes, yeah.
So we're just gonna turn that off. Disconnect. Comes out. And you've got all that space underneath.
Yay!
So all the stuff that you don't use very often,
Yeah.
put it
Put
under
it
there.
there, yeah.
Yep.
And then that's your waste
Chop it
one.
in there.
So I'll show you how it does. Do you want to film this as well?
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm just going to put it back to how it was. So okay. So that's normal.
Yep.
How it is now with this in line, that plugged in, and those metal things up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it will drain. It's not a really fast drainer, but it
Yep.
drains enough. And then when this gets up to here and you want to empty it
Yep.
or swap it,
Yeah.
you've got to turn the valve,
Yeah.
give it a shake so that any water in there falls down.
Yep.
And then disconnect the breather,
Okay.
and then disconnect this.
Yep.
Give it a shake, and then you can take it out,
Yeah.
slide that one across, and plug the new one in.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
And then when you put it back in, just make sure that you push those arms tightly up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Click that in, nice sound. Click.
Okay.
And then,
And then like
make
that
sure when you turn in this to hold it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
if you don't, you're going to put
Like
pressure
you're
on
gonna-
these
yeah, yeah,
joints.
yeah.
So just hold it and turn.
Okay.
And then with the fresh, they've got a little dial here. So what it means is when you, before you take it out, just make sure you turn that to off.
Okay.
And then once this is for if you want to fill it up. There's some water in there now, but you'll want to fill it up. You don't have to take it out to fill it up. You can just take that lid off
Okay.
Yeah.
and put a hose in.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But we make it so that you can remove it, and it's quite tight. It's very tight fitting in here. You have to push quite a bit of force to get that over and on, and then wait for the sound.
Okay.
And then once you've done that, you can turn that dial again, and then the water will pump.
All right. Yeah. Perfect.
Okay?
Nice.
And then, like I said, before you take it out, make sure you turn that valve.
Yep.
Because if you don't, a lot of water will come running out when you
yeah.
disconnect it. Okay?
Okay.
And you've got a spare cap
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. The spare one.
So that when you take this out, you put the cap on, and then
yep.
one of these goes on there. This is just a stopper.
Okay.
So if one of them's full, it means that the water won't come swilling out. It'll just stay in there. Okay?
Okay.
I just put a spare cap on there for you. There's a bit of storage in there, but not much. I wouldn't use that for anything really. It's quite a nice strong magnet and a bolt.
Yeah.
And then you've got underneath here as well, you've got a little cubby in there for your utensils and whatever, and then
yeah,
a bit more
perfect.
storage in
Yeah.
there. And then you get your curtains. You're going to want to make some tie backs
Yeah, sure.
just to get them out of the way. I wasn't sure what you wanted, but so I'll leave that to you. Okay, and then do you want to just stay there? I'll just quickly show you.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You can sit, do your work, you can eat, do it.
Yeah. Putting your laptop in there when you want to watch.
So this is exactly the same height as the Estima.
Yeah.
This is exactly the same height bed. This looks a little bit higher,
Yeah.
but it's because your floor's higher.
Yep.
So I made this the same height as the Estima from the outside.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too high and it wasn't too low. It just means that it's just one step down to get to the two different heights. Because I know you were very specific on making sure that this was the same height.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the small one will go in there, but it's a bit wobbly.
Yeah.
So the big one is nice and sturdy in there. And then you can get into there if you need to. And you've got your little storage. Use the stickiness on there. I glue it somewhere.
Yeah.
And then when you want to, you can just stick
Put
that
it
up.
back.
Yep.
Okay. And then it means if you put a few of these or some metal around, or if you find some metal somewhere, it means you can magnetize these. So I give you two of them.
Nice.
And also a little head torch as well.
Oh, thank you.
Now your front curtain.
Yep.
So we go all the way around like we discussed. Hook's on the little hook here.
Yep.
Do you want to go around the other side?
Yep. Mahal, doon ka sa
Alright. Yeah, sure. I will show it here. All right.
You can do it on your own from the inside, but I'll just do it with you now. So just pull that across
Yeah.
and behind the blinds. Not behind there. Yeah, up here. That's the one. Round that little hook. So higher. No. Higher. That's
put it
up
there,
higher.
yeah.
Now pull tight, and then just in here, there's another screw just inside.
Oh.
Behind the curtain.
Behind the curtain.
Wait.
You've got enough. There's heaps there.
Okay.
Yes.
It's easier from the inside than the outside.
Yeah,
So there.
okay.
And now you've got like a little cocoon.
Yeah, it is. So during night you can put that
Nice.
one.
It's quite annoying that beep does that all the time, eh? I don't know what it
I
is.
don't know. I will check it with the, I will bring it the other day. With my...
Okay. Let's just make sure that this is all the way in, closed. And then you're going to take that off. And you're going to release the clip on that side.
Yeah.
Release the clip on this side. Lift the upper part of the toilet up. And then this slides out. Okay, so it's probably best to take that off. Lift this up and out of the way. And then because it sometimes gets caught on there, it's a little bit fiddly to come out. And then the whole thing comes out. It's supposed to. Oh no. You know what? I built this before I put the carpet in. Just let me take some. I'm going to have to take some wood off the bottom of here because it won't come out. It's not a lot of, honestly, there's not a lot of money in it. It wasn't making me enough money. It would make me enough money. Use this. A lot of people don't actually use the toilets, but if you are going to use it, you're going to need to fill that up with water.
Yep.
So that when you want to flush, it squirts the water around. And if you want to open that, you just pull that forward. Okay. In there.